Hey everybody, back out in the shop today. We're gonna mess around with the carburetor a little bit. When we went to Gainesville the other day, on the last video we left off, the car was running a little lean on the top end, so I'm gonna just pull the whole carburetor off, bring it over on the bench, and put it up the jets a little bit. I think I'm gonna put a little bit in the primary and a lot more in the secondary for sure. After going back and watching videos and stuff, and so that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to work on the carburetor a little bit and try and get it jetted up. It's kind of rainy, so I don't know if I'll go drive it with the roads being wet to just to be able to do wide open throttles to see what it does. But as soon as it dries up enough, we'll be just driving it down the road. This car is registered. It's legal to drive on the street as far as insurance and lights and all that stuff goes. So maybe not so much the exhaust, but anyways, we're going to drive it around and give it a test drive if the weather will let us, and see what our jet changes do, because we want to be able to get it back around where our air fuels where we want them. That way we can eventually spray a little nitrous to it and see what it's going to do. But it's gonna be pretty quick. That 719 we did at the track the other day, I left it. I left it at like 3,800 RPMs. We usually leave around 4,000 to 4,200, and I was shifting it. If you go back and watch the video, the in-car video there, I was shifting it around 6,000 RPMs. I usually shift around 7,300. So we'd have been in the sixes on that pass if I'd have just run it out. But I was watching those air fuel ratios, and that's what I was short shifting. There wasn't no sense for trying to run it all the way out and go as fast as we could, because the air fuel ratios wasn't where I wanted them. So, but we're gonna set the camera up and we're gonna snatch the whole carb off, and we'll put some jets in it and put it back on and see what happens.
Perfect.
Well, I just did the secondaries. I went up 4 sizes on those. Now I'm fixing to move into the primaries, and probably only gonna go up 2 sizes on that. But I tore my gaskets up when I was putting them on, brand new gaskets, but got into them a little bit, or they actually just peeled a little. So luckily I bought a kit that's got quite a few, and then I tore the other one taking it off. So I got replacements. So I'll have to get me another kit on the way. But yeah, we'll fix jump into the primaries now and jet those up also. Alright, I got the secondary, the primaries put back together in the secondaries, and I went ahead and adjusted my idle air mixture screws. I did them all 1.5 turns from tight. And then down in here, which I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Yeah. Okay, I cleaned it up a little bit. Now we should be able to see it. Let me get something to point with. Right there. That little slot. That's supposed to be almost square looking when your blades are set to the correct height. So it looks almost like a little square right now. And then that should idle perfect. And you just adjust your idle air fuel mixture. You just adjust your idle air fuel mixture screws, and if you lean them up, it'll idle the motor up. If you richen them up, it'll idle the motor down a little bit to get the idle exactly where you want it. That way you don't have to fool with the idle screw. The idle screw to the arm there, that's set. It's supposed to be set with those blades, and that little slot supposed to be almost a square. And then you come and you can adjust the rest of it out here on the idle air mixture screws. So we're gonna set it back on the car, crank it up and see what it does.
Perfect.
All right, we're going to turn the fuel pump on and check it over for leaks. Well, we got it jetted up. I went up 4 sizes on the secondaries and 2 on the primaries, and we'll go give it a test drive as soon as this weather quits and the road dries out enough we can drive on it without being slippery, getting all over the place. We'll get out there and drive it and see what it does. All right, we drove it around. Weather cleared up. Got pretty nice. I had a dang, I can't even think of the name of it. A wedding shower I went to. So I just drove it into town. We'll show y'all some footage of me driving it around. I just drove it into town. Air fuel ratios are getting pretty good. They're getting close to where I want them. I think I need to go back up 1. I may just leave the primaries where they're at. I was thinking about going back down a size, 1 size, because the Holly kit I got them in 1s instead of 2s. So I was thinking about maybe going back down 1 size in the primaries, but right now I'll probably just leave where it's at. It's just a little rich cruising down the road if you're like in the throttle, but if you just on the primary, so if you back out of it just a hair, and then it's right where I want it. Cruising at about 2,500 RPMs, you know, it's pretty good. If you try and go 26, 27, 2,800 RPMs cruising, then it's a little rich. The secondaries I think I'm gonna go up 1 more size in them. It's close. It's real close, a lot closer than it was. Still nowhere near as big as it was when I started, when I told y'all it was real rich. Not even close. So that's a good thing about having an air fuel ratio gauge. It's helping me out getting it close. it's gonna be pretty good. We should be able to go into the 6s pretty easy and on motor, and then we're gonna start spraying it and see where we can go from there. I should be coming up. I should make another video this coming week. Probably have one out somewhere around the 4th of July, or maybe a little after, because I'm gonna jet the carburetor a little bit more and drive it some more. So appreciate everybody, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.